It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Two and a throw right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there on the first play of the game. 57 yards. That last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd down, Tua rolling to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. But a nice little gain. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tua going to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Tua now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nico Collins, 58 yards. And the Dolphins have regained the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Now Geno. And that is incomplete. A lot of force ball down on him there. He couldn't hang on. It's 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I counted the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Oh, some strong running. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sorry, it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To throw on second down is Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But it looked like it marched to the end zone as it a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action, now it's Tua. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And it's better than 40 yards total. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Tua sets up to pass it. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try and run it with Achane. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more than 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, rush. They're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll roll him out right. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. To throw is Smith. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Here now, 2nd and 4. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're getting ready to think about a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Smith throwing again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he didn't make that way to the end zone. This week you got Bioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had their hearts looking behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Pushing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Cam Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen running as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the gun on third down, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. On 4th down, Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And quickly, they get to the line. Off of play action, here's Smith. Rolling to his right. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Tua going to throw. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start.
It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Walker. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll end up losing a yard on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
That was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're talking, you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
There he goes, right side. He may go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from going up by 30.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. Able to slither by. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. He completes this to Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hey, let's go Wednesday. On Wednesday. Hey, on the ball.
Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Dolphins are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They'll get 34 yards there.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Achane gets it from the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass. Tua. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Play action. It's Smith. And Walker has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, here we go. Sunday.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Don't let him get away with it. 100% a penalty. Oh, that's right. Don't let him get away with that. Hey, here we go.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Stay total.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This is the time we're home to make. About time, fellas. Hey, here we go. Hey.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Tuesday. Look. Snowball.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
From the gun, it's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
To throw is Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Extra point up and through by Myers as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's going to go down again. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamal Adams. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Can even get back to the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He hits his target. Lockett. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Smith on first down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. One last throw here for Smith. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down to